like when this shit happened, I honestly knew 2020 was gonna be a fucked up ass year, period. Gang, 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 get gang, gang. Welcome back, guys, on my channel, Real Black Girl Shit, period. Thank you for tuning in again with another clip with me, the Queen. Well, as you can see, today's title, we doing a story time. Because I have so many stories. I love telling stories. And they be real, okay? They're not fake. They're not fabricated ass stories. There's some, like some of y'all be doing, but I don't say much. But let me stop. That's petty. But but yeah, it be real stories. Without further ado, we gonna get right into the video. If you are new here, you know what to do. Like the video, comment, share, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you leave the channel. If you like what I'm posting, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, please. It's nice and red for you to see. It's very clear, okay? You don't even need glasses to see the button. It's right there. If you are old here, welcome back. Thank you, for supporting me once again in another one of my crazy ghetto videos. You also don't forget to like, comment, and share to everybody that you know on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on MySpace, on Pinterest, okay? So share anywhere. Just share my face anywhere. And I'm certain that they'll love me. But we're on this road to 100 still, okay? This road to 100 has been very rough for me, but I believe that I'm going to get on this road. I'm going to get on this 100 in these next upcoming months. But I need y'all to please help me out. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So, yes. I got fired, Not just fired as a regular employee. I got fired as a manager, okay? But before I turn into a manager, I gotta lead y'all into that first. So, if y'all don't know what Instacart is, it is Publix delivery service, food delivery service. So basically, like, if you don't want to go to the store, if you don't want to go to Publix, you use Instacart. And there's in-store shoppers and there's the drivers/shoppers. So what that means, the in-store shoppers are the one. That was me. So we shop for your food and everything inside the store, and then we store it on the shelves. And then the drivers come pick up the food and deliver to your house. Or sometimes they have them doing shoppership. So they would shop for your food and then directly bring it to you. So I was an in-store shopper. I got hired with Instacart, I would say June 2018, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. June 2018. And like before I even got to Instacart, I was working for Publix, and I left regular Publix for Instacart. As Publix, I was a front service clerk, and then and I moved up to cashier. So I was doing both of that at the same time. So I would see these, these people with the green shirt and the carrots coming. I'm like, yo, what is this? So they're like, yeah, it's Instacart. It got good, you get good money, you get good tips. They telling me about it. You should come through. So I'm like, all right. Publix was pissing me off at the time. So I said, let me go do this little interview. And I already knew Publix from the back of my freaking hand because you work in there. So you know where everything goes already. You know which aisle is everything in. So that's even better for you to work for Instacart because you know where everything is at. In Publix, the layout. And it was about shopping in Publix, and you're working in there. So come on now. I was like, yo, this position is for too. This position is for me. So went to the interview. They had you do like this little speed test or whatever, because to see like how fast you are, because these orders were timed. So these were timed orders. You can't just lollygag on these people orders, because you have to do, different orders will come in. So they did like a low speed test to see, okay, is this person sufficient enough? So they gave us, I think, oh my God, I think they gave us 7 minutes, and they gave us like a list of 5 items to go take a picture of and bring it back to the orientation area. Girl, when I tell you I came back in 3 minutes, and I'm not even lying, it was milk. It was like a picture of a pasta and a rice. And then one thing was that one item, it was like, oh, this item is not there. What would you substitute it with? Because you had to make a lot of substitutes with this job. Boom, I came back in 3 minutes. The lady was like, whoa, have you ever worked for Instacart? I said, no, baby. I work for Publix. That's why I'm so good. So, I got hired. The first couple of weeks, because I got hired somewhere like far from my place where I was staying at. So I would had to drive 30 minutes to work every day and back. So the Publix I got hired at was not the Publix I worked for. So, me getting the layout was a little bit, rough the first couple of weeks, but I was getting it. I was all about speed, because whatever I do, I'm quick at doing. I don't lollygag. And even as a cashier at Publix, oh, we love going to this cashier because she gets you in and out. So I'm a very quick person when I work and when I do stuff, period. So when the first couple of weeks was good. Then it was getting better. My time was just getting better. I was getting more quicker. And I was beating the timer. I would come back to the freaking cash register where we would have to scan the items at least 10 to 15 minutes before the time the order was up. So my shift lead, that's what they were called, your manager, your shift lead at the time, she was like, damn, you really fast. And I won star of the week 3-4 freaking times. Then I was the quickest on the leaderboard. After a while, I was the fastest one. So after that, there was a new position that opened up close to my school. The same position. But I was like, okay, let me get closer to my school, because that drive was just too much. So I transferred over at that September. I transferred over, over there. There was a quick shopper. The quickest shopper, her name was Ashley. She was the quickest shopper. So, after the first, because I had to learn that layout of that store too. So after 2 or 3 weeks, I was like, you know what? I'm getting competitive, because she always first. I'm like, nah, I was first at my other store. Let me try to beat this girl. So I would be second, and I would be beating, running in the freaking store trying to beat this girl. I'm like, yo, I need to beat this girl. So one day I finally beat her. She came up to me. She was like, yeah, congrats. Because ain't nobody was able to beat me. And she was there for 2 years, honey. And nobody ever passed that number 1. I was the first one to do that. Yeah, that's me. Champ right here, nigga. But yeah, I finally beat her. Whatever. So after being on the job for a couple of months, me and my shift lead was cool. I'm like, you know what? How do I inquire about being a shift lead? Because the position was them just basically looking over us, coaching us, with your time, certain orders, that you didn't do well with, because some people that, they're rating you, or if you didn't give them a good substitution, there's comments. So I'm like, how can I become a shift lead? So I worked towards being a shift lead. She would show me, she started training me, giving me pointers, and she was pregnant too. So my thing, she was pregnant too anyway. So she was about to leave for maternity leave. So this was the best time I could have got this position. So instead of them looking for somebody on the outside, I was like, you know what? Y'all put me there. Y'all just, and I want to work at the same store, because I was cool with all of my coworkers. I was like, y'all put me at this store. These people, they're going to listen to me, because I'm not no fucking no manager that's gonna be on top of your ass. No, we gonna have fun in this job. And that's where I got fucked up. Having too much fun. So I finally became shift lead. My employees, it was just flawless. Just working every day was amazing. Everybody loved the fuck out of me, okay? I was fun. If you had an issue, I'm like, okay, how can we work through this? I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm not gonna freaking be on your back. Then we had these calls as managers every Tuesday, where we had to discuss the workers that needed some help, and if depending on if they was always missing their shifts, or if their scores were low, were they doing it on purpose. So it was about, is this person, about to get fired? I saved people every week. Like, bruh, nobody was getting fired under my belt because I don't do that. I don't do that. So I was saving my employees, the ones I'm like, yo, you have to get your shit together. Please, I don't want to see you go. Let's get your shit together. So I worked hard through them. And then we had like the leaderboard of the stores. So it was like the percentages of customer ratings and stuff like that. So I did like a little thing to help motivate. I was like, yo, if y'all get all green, I'm gonna take y'all out bowling my treat. So we was fighting that whole month. Then my store hit all green. I took them out bowling. And I put that in the little chat for all the stores to see. And I know hella people was jealous at that shit. Because I never seen no manager take their fucking store out. Y'all not rewarding y'all workers. That's why y'all workers be bitter and angry. Because y'all not showing them motivation. So I took them out. Then after that, I started slacking. Like, I would go into work when I feel like it. I would leave early because it's like I see all these other managers doing that. So I'm like, I'm taking this shit too serious. Let me calm down. I was still a manager, but I was calming the fuck down. So there was this little, before that, after that, right? My manager that left on the maternity leave, she had another store. So there was nobody looking after that store. So they would tell me, oh, you need to look over 2 stores, but your pay not being raised. So this is what's starting to frustrate her. I'm like, oh, hell nah. Like, I gotta go look after this store. I don't even know them damn people, but I learned to love them because they was amazing shoppers as well. But I'm like y'all niggas, like, I ain't getting no pay. And then at a certain point, like, other shift leaders would be absent and I would have to oversee 3 stores in one day. I'm like, okay, my pay still wasn't being affected. So I'm like, you know what? This job is becoming bullshit now. I don't like it. So I started my head started not being in the job too much. Like I said, I was barely there. I was cutting my hours. And then, like, they're not, like, the managers on top of you, they don't really know if you're in the store now, unless one of your shoppers gonna be like, hey, my manager not in the store. And frankly, my shoppers love me, so nobody was gonna tell my upper manager, oh, she ain't there, we need some help. Until, I'm not gonna disclose no names, honey, until I got a new employee, okay? And I've been having no employee for like 6 freaking months, but this is when Instacart wanted to do mass hiring. So I got this new employee, this woman, older than all of my other shoppers. This lady, I'ma just say, she gave me a hard time ever since she was hired. She asked too many damn questions. Like, I always felt like she was envying me, very jealous of my position because I was so young. I was 22 as a manager, and she coming in probably in her 50s like, yo, I gotta listen to a 22-year-old. So I could see her, like, her jealousy, the way she was acting. I was like, nah, this lady gonna do something to get me fired. I just felt it. And I told a lot of people that I was like, yo, I felt this shit and I'm not fucking with it, bro. I'm like, honestly, I was like, she was just doing too much, honestly, from the beginning. So one day Instacart was having like some end of the year party, some end of the year Christmas thing. I'm like, I wasn't going because like I said, like, most of these higher managers were shady. And I just, like, if I'm not fucking with you, I'm not fucking with you. That's on Pyro. So if I wasn't feeling, and I wasn't feeling most of these shift leaders because I felt most of them was like, they doing stuff and people wasn't seeing them and I'm being quiet. But as soon as I did one thing, oh, like Fatu, this, that, and that. So I'm like, nah, I'm not about to go in no party smiling at y'all and I don't fuck with y'all. So I said, I'm not going. I made up some excuse. Boom. So then, I'm trying to remember because I know multiple stuff happened before I got fired. But that, I just remember that. And then what really got me fired is one day I was coming into where I had to see the others. I left because they started doing this damn tracking thing. So they started to track to see where the shift leads are because they saw shift leads was leaving early and doing whatever the hell they wanted to do. So I had 2 phones I had my Android and my regular iPhone that I use on a daily basis. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put the tracker on my Android phone and leave that inside the store cabinet. So anytime I left, it didn't look like I left because my phone was right there. You know, I'm not telling y'all to do this shit. This shit that got me fired. But listen, you gotta do what you gotta fucking do. Okay, and I was in school at the time. I didn't have time for that fucked up ass stress. I did not have time for it. So I used to do that. So one day I had to and I had to clock out and stuff. And then, I would get some of my shoppers to clock out for me. If I'm not there, I'm like, I would leave early. I'm like, can you clock out for me at 5 o'clock, please? Because I ain't coming back. But so I did that like at the other store. So I had to pick up my phone in the morning, then come through to my regular store. So I went to go pick up my phone, but then I went to McDonald's too with the phone. No, not with the phone. No. I didn't go. Okay, I picked up my phone, then I drove to the other store and then dropped the phone off there. Then I went to McDonald's, so it wouldn't look like I'm outside with the phone or whatever. So I went to McDonald's, came back, and I told them, I was like, I'm just about to go get my breakfast. I'm about to be right back. That lady was there. That lady, like I told you, that want to get me fired. She was on shift that morning. So when I went out or whatever, I came back and I guess like my hire manager had came in to come to the store. She had come to the store to come tell me, oh, we're not firing you because I was on probation, like I said, because I didn't want to do a lot of stuff. I didn't want to go to this Christmas party, and they felt I was lying. So they was like, I was on probation so they could see, my behavior change. So she came to the store to tell me, oh, we're not firing you. Everything's okay. Your probation is over. So when she came, I wasn't there. So this lady is going to tell my hire manager, oh, I don't know where she went. Bitch, I just came in and I told you I'm going to get some McDonald's breakfast. And I told my other shoppers that, but at the time, they wasn't even at the cashier area. It was her ass. Because she was, and then first of all, if you a slow shopper in Instacart, you're not getting any orders. So she was a slow shopper too at that. So she was not getting no order. She had time to sit there and just be in people's business. So she gonna tell this like, oh, I don't know where she went, blah, blah, blah. I came out, so I went to get McDonald's. I said I went to get McDonald's or whatever and come back or whatever. So she pulled me in the room. She like, oh, you're not supposed to leave on your time. You're not supposed to leave to get breakfast on your time. That's time theft. And that's considered as automatic dismissal from the job. And I'm like, bro, I just stepped out to get breakfast. Like, I don't want to eat breakfast in Publix. And then my phone showed me leaving. But that it just showed me from I was about to say Aventura. Y'all know Aventura in Florida, yeah. But it showed me leaving from one store to the other or whatever. So I'm just like, what did I do wrong? Like, I was coming back regardless. I wasn't gone for like an hour. I was literally gone for 10 minutes. McDonald's was right down the street. So, that was happening. So she was like, oh, we gotta let you go. And that was literally a week before Christmas. So that was my Christmas present. Here you go, Fatu, you're fired. So I was just in tears, honey, in that office. I was just begging her because I have an apartment to maintain, a 1-bedroom apartment for $1,300. So I did not know what to do. I was in tears. I was crying my ass off so bad, but they was like, we gave you so many chances. We sorry to let you go. Boom, boom, boom. And like I said, that lady was a part of that shit. She been wanting me to go. And for my people that worked, like all my employees and my / coworkers that worked with me on Instacart, they can attest for me. They know how this lady was. But I'm not going to even get into that. But yeah, I had a good run. I literally, because in June, I literally was going to make a year of manager this June. So, this May. So, it's cool. It's cool. I got fired and then I got hired somewhere else like a couple of weeks after. So I'm just like, all praise. I just didn't belong in that position. But thank you guys for listening to my little story. I hope you enjoyed the juicy details. I got more coming for y'all. You know, anything you want to hear, y'all, just put it in the comment. Any type of story y'all want to hear. And if I know I went through it, hey, I'm going to share it to y'all. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I'm not ashamed of telling tea, honey, because this is the world, okay? If, you know, you got a problem with the type of tea I'm telling, hey, well, so be it. Well, I love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video.